Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to present to you the Multiball Gambit. So this is a build strategy that takes some inspiration from the world of chess. Now, I don't claim to be a chess expert at all, but in chess, a gambit is a strategic opening where a player sacrifices material, so usually a pawn, to gain a significant positional advantage later on in the game. And in this match, we do a very similar thing. We make an early sacrifice to try and just snowball the start of the game and hopefully give our team a big advantage, even though we're actually losing out on quite a lot by doing this sacrifice. So that's why I've called it the Multiball Gambit. And we'll go into the details as to why we chose this option, what its benefits are, and what the risks are. So we're going through the draft phase at the moment. We've got Soldier 76, we've got a Mercy, a Zaya, and our DPS is Cassidy. There's just some weird loading bug. It's done that to me before. Enemy team's got Lucio, Soldier 76, Moira, Farah, and... let's see. Apparently, a long time to pick. Reinhardt. So, immediately, Lucio and Ryan suggests we want slowing orbs. We want liquid nitrogen. Because they are going to be Wing into our team. And so we could just go, okay, look, let's go Phantasm against this kind of team comp. The problem with Phantasm here is that where we could just drop off like slowing orbs later on and stuff, is that they have a Soldier 76 and a Farah. They're ranged, right? So it's quite tricky for us to get close enough to drop off these orbs for value. So what we decide to do in this, we're looking at like debuff orb build, because I already know that's kind of what I want to go. Having another look at the team and just wondering, is this a game that we could use the Multiball Gambit on? And we go for it. We go for it. We're thinking about it. I mean, you guys know that we're going to go for it, right? It's in the title of the video. I've spoken exclusively about it. There we go. So we pick Multiball first. Now, why is this normally a problem? Because Multiball is terrible. Multiball is like the worst opening power that you can pick, because the secondary orbs that fire do nothing. Go into the practice range, max out ability power, and let just one of the side orbs hit the training bot. You will see that it does like 10 damage with 105% ability power. They're terrible. The only reason to pick Multiball is for debuffs. Now, why would we pick it in round 1? Well, the only reason to ever pick Multiball in round 1 is if you're going to go debuffs in round 2. But the debuff items are purple epics, so they're really expensive, which means you pretty much only get one of the debuffs and you don't get anything else. And that's the gambit, because we're picking Multiball in round 1, knowing that it's terrible, so that we can rush for these debuff orbs in round 2, where there's still a sacrifice, but we're hoping that the debuffs will do enough. So round 1, our goal pretty much is, we're okay with losing the round as well. But our goal is to just try and generate as much cash as we can with a power that doesn't really do anything for us. It doesn't generate much cash. It can maybe give us some assist-like money. Or elimination money, should I say. As Farah now jumps up top, takes down players. We are making good progress on the bot. There is a soldier up top though, so we've got to fall down the back here. It does leave our tank a bit isolated. All of our players actually low health. We haven't got debuffs now, so we can use heal orbs. But again, the heal orbs, even multi-ball heal orbs, don't really do anything. Enemy Moira using Coalescence. We fade the Shatter. I don't know if we needed to, because I think Zaya bubble blocks it. And we use ours, and I don't think we needed to, but we weren't sure that we were actually going to kill them. So now Lucio's trying to escape. Don't think you're going to escape past the Coalescence. And yeah. It's our team's time to push the bot, but we were distracted taking out the enemy Moira. So yeah, so far so good. The round's lasting a while. It's also quite good on this particular map to go for it, because we know that this is going to be a long round. You never get really, really short, low-earning rounds on this, because the worst thing that could happen is that we don't get enough cash to get our debuffs, like in round 2, because then we've just completely wasted everything. So we need a certain amount of cash generation. Enemy team pushed in with a visor. We're going to fade down the bottom, take the mini, getting ready just in case anyone chases us. They don't. We would have pushed forward, but because yeah, there's ults in play. I mean, it was our ult actually, but I think at the time I would have thought that it's the enemy soldier ult. We didn't really want to do it. Failed the fade jump up top. That would have been a nice position to take, but that's okay. Enemy team still not made any meters progress on the bot. It looks like now's their time. Gonna fade back, listen for the charge. Whenever you fade with Moira, you can expect that there'll be a charge. Ryan's very low, good grab. Can we take out players? Ryan shielding from the DPS allows us to get some kills with Isaiah. We're cleaning up here. Enemy team still not moved the cart a single meter. Or the bot, should I say. Our soldiers retreating that side orb, not doing anything as it passes by. The central one didn't hit. So we're just attacking soldier with a good position to take cover from the tree, but yeah, it's only a matter of time. He hasn't got a fade to escape with. So there's overtime. The bot is actually moving. Somebody did get a touch on it. Take down the Lucio. We're not too worried about that because we've got a lot of time to play with. And we want to try and kill these players first, so that then we can collapse back on the bot that's being contested. Now I'm just making sure, is there anyone else? It's probably a bad idea to do this here, because that's 2 players being occupied by 1. We've just heard ults as well. They've got Lucio for speed, who is just kind of ignoring us, and they are moving towards the bot. So I'm not too happy with how long this took, and maybe we did play a bit high risk, because actually look at the bot. It's very, very close. We do have our ultimate though. Coalescence, Zai is still alive. We time our collapse back just in time to take the round. And we get 14,000, which, you know, we need to make sure that we've got more than 11,500. So that means we can afford our debuff. Now, as mentioned earlier, against Ryan Lucio, we want to slow. So the debuff in question is going to be Liquid Nitrogen. This is a bit of a gamble on its own, because if probably the better debuff to go a lot of the time is going to be Cybervenom, especially if you're against like big heal comps. But I don't really like just over investing in Cybervenom too early, because you can kind of achieve the same result with just having more ability power, and you're going to generate more cash. But Cybervenom gambles that you're going to reduce the amount of cash that the enemy team gets, because you're hoping that you reduce their healing and get the kills. If you don't get the kills, you're not actually reducing their cash, because it just takes them longer to heal it back up, and they still get the same amount of healing cash. But if you can reduce their healing and get the kills earlier, they get less healing, therefore their supports get less cash. The Liquid Nitrogen in this case is what we go for, because with the Lucio and Orion, if we slow them down, the Rhine will never be able to retreat from the Zio. He'll be able to get in close and personal and attack the Rhine beyond the shield. And yeah, we'll see if it pays off. So it's kind of cool that we won the first round. Let's see how annoying these Liquid Nitrogen orbs will be. We had to sell one of our green starting items. I think we ended up selling the ability lifesteal, maybe the ability power, I can't remember at this point. Doesn't matter either way, you just buy what you can afford. Or did we sell our armor? Not sure. Yeah, okay, so we actually sold armored vests. So just firing the orbs, our team is the ones making a progression with the bot, healing up our soldier. We want to try and fire only damage orbs here, because again, we've got those debuffs. Every time we fire a healing orb, we're not getting them, and so it was therefore pointless going for this gambit. So it's nearly always damage orbs. We can try and heal our team in between. We don't have to be full DPS, but the orbs have to be damaged. We have no cross orb either. So just trying to maximize those. All Farah with some shots over onto us. We're doing a good job blocking the bot, and we're making a little bit of progress. We could be pushing this a bit faster and further. Right there, I heard the rockets but didn't see them, so I was like, let's just not take more shots. So this Rhine's not going to have the best time. They do have a Lucio for speed, but every time they try and move forward to swing, it's really tricky for them to play with as enemy Moira decides to engage with us. Again, they're going to have more ability power. I actually think the Moira went for a chain grasp build, so they'll have more damage than us, and all we can really do here is yeah, slow players down, and we're hoping that that enough is for our works out for our team. So our Coalescence is also going to apply those slows, so it's quite hard for the enemy team to chase me down here. Of course, if they're going to barrage there, we'll trade an ult for an ult though. If they're going to barrage, yeah, that's going to take us down. We're still in the lead. Enemy team's not moving the bot right now, but then again, neither are us. But we've just cleaned up the enemy team. So looks like we're going to be the ones to make some progress. And so far, it's feeling good. You know, having just multi-ball, having just liquid nitrogen, we try a fade jump, but missed that one as well. Fades are not strong in this game. Yeah, we're just looking for angles where we can slow everything about them down. That's going to, you know, progress getting out of spawn, stopping them from engaging. We fade through, get the mega here. We would have gone through there and rotated, but we heard the Ryan charge. We get hit by another fire strike, so we've got to play a bit cautious. Take the opportunity to heal up some player, and now the passive regen should help us out. But we get hit by a fire strike after getting tiggled by the Moira orb. You get taken down. This is one of the disadvantages. Hey, look, I don't want to fire those heal orbs. I want to make the most out of these debuffs that we've got. Try and get anyone with that pin. Well, he's over next to Isaiah, but does get taken down. Enemy team still not moving the cart. We've got a decision to make. Do we stop them from making any progress at all, or do we focus on pushing R1? These payload race maps are actually quite interesting. Guys, just before the map concludes, if you haven't already liked the video, it really does help me out. Sorry to have to ask. It helps everything with the channel. From, you know the drill, it's YouTuber stuff. Enemy Moira uses Coalescence. It's not aimed at us, so we can step out, but in comes a Shatter. We don't have anything to block it. We get taken down. Zaya's taken down as well. Enemy team is trying to move the bot here, but we've got our Cassidy blocking it, just stalling them out. Good play from them. So enemy team's about to make some progress. And the progress is actually quite quick here, but it is overtime. So it has taken a long time to get to this stage. So we're currently in the lead, so it's going to hugely benefit us. So we fire some orbs there, slow their movement down. Remember, all of this slow, it's not just about them being able to swing onto us and catch us up and be in close range. It also means that our DPS are going to be more accurate. So you get kind of like a damage amping effect. So we clean the enemy team up the bot, or the cart. 2-0. Gambit paid off so far. Can we let it continue? You see, we're actually quite broke. Our Mercy's got more money than us. We're about the same as the enemy supports, even with 2-round wins. So we're hoping that that little power spike here to get those debuffs early allowed us to win that second round, make them poorer, make the rest of our team richer. And now we can look for expanding on that build. So again, with multi-ball, we're probably going to want some sort of Cybervenom in there as well. We've got the perfect amount to just buy Cybervenom. So that just makes sense. 10,500. We've got literally no cash left. Now, what's the power going to be? Because we've got an option to go for cross-orbal here, which will provide healing for our team. But I really like Phantasm with this. And the reason's simple. Yeah, sure, we're not going to have healing and heal orbs. But we have two different timings for our orbs. So we can use our primary orb ability. And then while that's on cooldown, we've got Fade to use as another one. So if we miss like the debuffs on a player, we can always then have a second shot at it. If you pick cross-orbal, you get all of your stuff happen at once. But then you've got nothing. Now that isn't always bad, because you work more in bursts rather than just being constant. So you fire your abilities, and then you can back off, use your Fade for an escape, be a bit more casual, like, casually passive. I don't know why I said casual, I was trying to then wing it. So just being a bit more passive. Soldier gets an early kill on the Pharaoh, by the way. It's going to help. We get hit by a Fire Strike. Don't really want to take another one, but Mercy's healed us. So yeah, you can opt for cross-orbal, but it's like there, we fired our orbs, and now we had a Phantasm orb floating around in the Moira. And now we've got our regular orbs back up, and now we can already move to a position where we're going to use Phantasm to put down another orb here before our other orbs are ready. So our team seems to be cleaning them up here. I know that Ryan's having a bit of a struggle, being constantly slowed all the time. Like, Liquid Nitrogen is strong. So now we're trying to get the other side of the shield, just slow them down a bit more, and the damage from from Zaya on the Ryan was nearly took him out. Ryan is moving close again, but we can just kind of walk around the corner, walk up close, and just as long as we fade the swing. Ryan slow down. There is a beat here as well. Zarya can back off if needed to, but it looks like they're chasing the Cassie. They're losing a lot of time on the point. Maybe they've got to wait for respawners anyway. So we push up close, fire more orbs, because again, the slowing effect. Slowing them out of spawn, just it, you know, each time we slow them there, it could mean that we get 4 or 5% more like, on the objective. That's what we're thinking of here. Ryan overcharged us here. We might get fade in time. We get fade in time. Now we use coalescence. We stand here. We stood there because we thought the Ryan's going to shatter us when we used coal. And then because he didn't shatter us, we walked forward. Because it's like, oh, well, he must not have it. Because all Ryans would have used it pretty much the moment that we used coalescence. But he held on to it. And so we were like, oh, he must not have it. And then it turns out he did have it. And frustrating. But didn't change anything in the round. Mercy rule's not enforced because the cache is not wide enough, the cache difference. So we've got to go to around 4. See, we're only making like 8k because we're not really getting many heal points. We're getting a little bit of damage points, but we haven't got that much ability power. Look, I think we're going into we're in round 3 there with 30% ability power and pretty much nothing, well, nothing else. Bit of cooldown reduction there. That means that we don't really do anything. We're relying on our team. We're trying to enhance our teammates. And that isn't a bad thing. It just means what we've gambled here is our income. So we could have built so much more ability power. We could have skipped a debuff to have way more AP. Smart orbs, for example. The orbs are going to stick and linger onto the enemy team more, which is going to mean more hits, more damage, more healing if we fired healing orbs, which yeah, we're not going to. But yeah, we took this kind of gamble. It's made us a bit broke, but we're hoping that that has snowballed our team. And a lot of people will see this kind of build. They'll see that we've got no healing. They'll see that we're firing exclusive damage orbs, and they'll complain about it. They'll be like, you're playing DPS Moira, we need healing. Yet they don't realize that this is a team player build. Like, the whole focus of this is for the team.
We're at the match point. Just one more
yeah,
round.
this is why meeting chat is quite important, like in a lot of games.
3, 2,
now, it's okay because people tend to not complain when you're winning. But if we started losing this game, then you might find that people start complaining. Also, guys, what do you think about that Mercy skin? Like, let me know in the comments, because our Mercy's rocking that red thing, right? I think it's I mean, I think it's a fantastic skin, but is it too much for Overwatch? I know they tried to step back that kind of thing, those type of skins, right, in the past, and then they've sort of U-turned on that as we fade through the enemy team. We're quite low health though, but 2 low health players there. Soldier's so weak. We managed to take him down. The Lucio was also weak, but he's got good healing right now. So he does head over to jump pads. We just fade to get out of the Pharaoh rockets. There's the Lucio. Can we track him? Soldier gets our kill. I mean, it was probably their kill, but whatever. So now there's a Pharaoh. Slowing orbs again, trying to escape up top. Cassidy comes in with Zarya and myself assisting. Although not getting credit for it, apparently. Oh, we hear the charge. Probably should have gone to the right there, because I think Ryan could have bent around the corner there. Fine. Low health Ryan again. Everyone's getting slowed. Everyone's getting slowed. We've got to push forward to there, but we get hit by Pharaoh rocket and have to fade back. So now our team's going to be making this push onto the point. We win the point. We win the game. So, again, we've got a Ryan here that we can just kind of bully with slows. We want to try and get these orbs in useful positions. Use coalescence, but make sure that we're around the fountain, just so we've got something to help block against the pin and against shatter if we need to. So push over to their spawn, clean up over onto all of their team. Our team looks like they're going to cap the point here. So what we're trying to do is stay around. Oh, we weren't actually getting time on the point for a little bit there. Pharaoh gets taken down. So now slowing orbs. We want to prevent them from getting back to the point. Here's a soldier. We're going to try and drop off a Phantasm orb, but in comes beat as well. This is actually really bad for our team. Zarya's got grab though. It should be okay. We've got a couple of kills on there as well. We've nearly captured the point. We just need to clean up here. Who've we got left? Oh, there's a Pharaoh. Okay. Soldier kills the Moira though. They can't have players on the team. Shatter comes in. It gets our tank. Oh my god, it's a huge Shatter. We try and put the damage orbs out over onto the Rhine to finish him off. Xayah does get the kill, but is low health as well. And I think, guys, that I was responsible for whiffing that point and the game. If we had just not got too greedy with the soldier, it was okay going for the play, but we could have faded earlier. But we were like, I can make it, I can make it, I can make it. And if we just bailed on it when we realized we were taking the damage, we would have faded back and we'd have been in that fight, and yeah, GG. But okay, so that's a slight problem. But so far, I mean, we've been winning the majority of the fight, so I mean, it should be okay here. So Ryan's in front again. We're going for the fade, drop off those orbs. We will always take the risk with those phantasm orbs because we get so much value out of it. But soldier comes around the corner. We didn't have any cooldowns at that point. And enemy team is all over the point. Xayah getting pushed out the back. We're not going to be there to debuff the enemy team, which means they're still going to get their maximum heals. We've got a couple of ults there coming in from Soldier and Mercy. Mercy being great. I was wondering who was going to contest the point at this time. Cassie gets taken down. Moira's going to fade off. Soldier's on the flank, which means there's only a Rhine on the point. This could be an opportunity for us. We push forward. Rhine's getting some swings onto us. Fire Strike as well. We drop off a Phantasm Orb. There's a mini down there, but we haven't really got time to go for it. Soldier takes us down. Mercy going for our really high risk res. Does manage to get us alive, but it costs her a life, and we just walk straight into the Soldier again, planning to fade back over to the point and drop off an orb. But I'm feeling pretty guilty about that round. I'm happy to admit mistakes, but look, we'll always try to get the orbs off. Occasionally it will cost us, but we get more value out of it over the whole course of a game, even with sometimes it going wrong. So we're not going to adjust our play style that way. Right, we've got 9,500 cash to spend. Looking on just the builds, I don't know why I should just be going on to the regular ones. So we pick Cross Orbal. It's going to provide us with some self-sustain, but also means that our team probably needs some healing at this point. Phantasmic Flux is an option for sure, but it does mean that that's all we're going to spend the money on. We do have options to buy, say, like Nano Cola, apart from we've already got it. So if we had like Nano Cola and a blue, that adds up to 10k, the same cost as Phantasmic Flux, so we could get like 30% AP or something. But we're looking at it all, and it's like, okay, well, what about Lumerico maybe instead of Phantasmic Flux? We could opt for Super Flexor or something. But Phantasmic Flux gives us a nice amount of overhealth, and also the ability lifesteal and things. I think in retrospect, I might go for something like Super Flexor or Lumerico. Like, I don't know, it's tricky. Because we've got Cross Orbal now, the lifesteal isn't as essential. And we don't really have any armor stats or anything, so we're just like 327 raw health. So obviously Phantasmic Flux is going to give us some overhealth as long as we get the damage out in advance. But we could have had Lumerico where we just get like some armor, which will help massively against the soldier, also against any Moira attacks. She is on a chain grasp kind of build, so that would really help out as well. But we go for Phantasmic Flux and it's fine. Like, it's not a problem, it's just fine. Also, it's one of my favorite survival items, so enemy team rotates around fast using that Lucio speed. We drop off a Phantasm Orb. The Rhine's struggling to move backwards here. We can put out a lot of damage here into that room. Again, Cybervenom debuffing the healing. We go in really aggressive. On your head, son. Put down the orb. But in goes our Cassidy alone. Does get isolated. We fire the orbs high to try and hit the Pharaoh, but the Pharaoh does get taken down. We clean up the enemy team except for this soldier up top. Our Cassidy does finish off after we jump off of the edge of the bridge for cover. So there's a Pharaoh in the air. We're deciding, do we want to fire our orbs up there? And it's kind of a waste because you fire the orbs and then nothing really happens. Fade through, drop off the orb. Now there is a Moira not attacking us, but we've got to worry about the chain grasp here. There's a lot of damage coming out. We get booped when we try to put that orb down. There's plenty of map cover here as Ryan goes in for a pin. Misses, but goes around the corner. We can again slow the Lucio down. Lucio gets taken out. But Phantasm Orb down near to the Rhine. Rhine's weak and slow. Weak and slow, but only has a shield. Goes for a desperation pin. It's not going to be enough. Pharaoh with a lot of overhealth there, so we looking around for who we're going to target with these orbs. We fire the multi-ball there. That should build up our Phantasmic Flux with a bit of damage. But we have to fade off after the rockets come in. Support our Cassidy up top. We might as well utilize that. Pharaoh gets taken down. We use our Coalescence. We can always fade forward to drop off an orb while we're there, but we just have to use Fade for a bit of cover. Direct damage over onto the soldier. Again, now it's about the time we've got to watch out for Shatter. We kind of want to try and bait it here. So we're getting in close and personal again with Orion. We're not too scared because we can fade the swings. As we put a lot of damage out onto the soldier who's getting hit by the Phantasm Orb but didn't quite realize it. Very low health here. There's a Pharah as well. We're just basically spawn camping them here, but again, just trying to slow them down. Drop off that orb. Pharah could barrage us here. It's always a risk, but then at least we get the ult out of them. This whole enemy team's trying to collapse on us. We got the stairs because it takes them away from the point. So if anyone does want to chase us, that's okay because we're making progress. But there's a soldier there as well. Didn't fire the orbs out in time. Cross orb will take a second to come out because it fires the secondary orb. So yeah, maybe if we went with heal orbs there, we might have been able to do it. Anyway, grab from our Xayah. Doesn't end up being successful. We've got to decide, do we go left or right here? We opt to go to the left. They jump up top. Allows us to just slow players down again, like poking them. Yeah, they get to heal that damage back up. Now we fade round the corner. Not too worried about chasers because, yeah, again, we do have slows, but we've still got to worry about that damage. Put an orb there if anybody does chase. That will debuff them as well. And now we can actually run the bot here because nobody's on the bot. So we've moved the bot to the side. And guys, you've got 0. Okay. I mean, if you want to run up there and engage, then I guess that's a thing. Right, anyway, GG's. That is the Multiball Gambit. Hope you enjoyed the video and the concept, and it's something for you guys to think about. Certain team compositions, it is worth applying those debuffs early. But if you're not getting those debuffs, guys, do not buy Multiball in round 1. It doesn't do anything for your orbs. Go try it in the practice range. I cannot stress this enough. It does nothing. Just keep that in mind. GG. See you next time.